Well, the problem is the state brings in about 75% of this, and that's what people do not realize. And I keep telling people, Robin, we could elect at a 115 school districts, 100% of them could be rock solid conservatives. It doesn't matter because the state and the DPI in particular, because they administer all this stuff, they're going in a lot of cases behind your backs, or they're saying, guess what? If you do not provide social emotional learning and these stupid surveys, we're yanking 30% of your money.
Right.
And guess what? Try to get reelected when your opponent is saying that, you've kept 30% of the funding out of the classroom.
Right.
So,
and that is frustrating because, we are told you do have to submit a social emotional learning plan to the DPI, to the state, and they will take your funding. And so everyone's like, well, just let them take the funding then, that's fine. And well, that doesn't work because then, the buses can't run and the cafeteria can't serve food and the lights can't stay on. You can't pay the teachers. I mean, it doesn't work to just say, let them yank the funding. Parents do get upset and they get very angry, and I totally can see why, but we are shackled, so to speak, by the state and all of their, things that we have to do that they force us to do as school board members. So a lot of it is out of our control, just like when the COVID toolkit was in place, so much of it was out of our control. We wanted the kids to be in school. We wanted the kids, like my board didn't want the kids to be masked, but there were several that would vote for them to be masked because if you weren't masked, you had to be quarantined. Yeah. But if you and the other person both wore the mask, you magically were safe. So you didn't have to be quarantined. So they had all these silly rules in place that came down from the state that you had to follow, or your schools were shut down and remote learning would take place again. So a lot of things were out of our hands, and we are kind of shackled to a lot of the curriculum and other things that they render from the state.